3. And action. How's it going, YouTube? DMTombstone Belts back here again for another live stream. And it's another episode of DMTombstone Live, number 93. Wow. And before I go on beyond this, guys, let me tell you first to start off with DMTombstone Live. It's unsanctioned, uncensored, anything that happens to try to keep it family friendly as possible. And you already seen, got myself a new haircut. It's been a while since I've done anything like that. Oh yeah, 1 second, folks. I got forget. Sorry about that, folks. I was just sending a link out to my buddy Dex. I didn't do anything with to Stephen Hammer because sorry guys. Yeah, I did send a link to. Hold on 1 second, folks. I did send a link to Dex. I didn't send any to Stephen Hammer because of today. I messaged him yesterday and yeah, looking at the camera, I probably got bags under my eyes. But yeah, yesterday, I contacted with Stephen Hammer. He said he wouldn't be doing much anything today because today is his wife's birthday. I think he said it wasn't his wife Nicole's birthday. So be the first one to hear on live stream to just say, hey, Stephen, I hope if you're watching, you and Nicole are having a great day today. And as well from Nicole, happy birthday. I mean, this whole week has been crazy. After all, a couple days ago, I think like 3 days ago or so, in my area, there was a tornado warning. Yeah, I had to go to work, and literally by the time I got to work, I seen the notification on my phone that there was a tornado warning in my area. And it just so happened about nearly like about like a mile or two down the block from me, in the near county, a tornado had touched down and was getting closer to my area. But don't worry, guys, I was fine. Nothing happened. But yeah, and it turned out it was an EF0. So it wouldn't do much damage of anything. But you never know, because then again, like I say, they don't rate tornadoes on size and wind speed and stuff like that. They rate them on the damage they do. And according to what the damage it did, it was an EF0. So much for that. And for all those that are joining my live stream, thank you for being a part of it. Make sure you're hitting the like on this. And if you're new to my channel, you want to know what I'm about, especially these things right behind me, check out my videos, like 430 of them. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Today I'm near 719 subscribers, and let's try to see if I can get to 800. I know, but within the time of the month, probably here for SummerSlam or something like that. I know about one of those times. RTRUBOV. Hi, how are you? Lambert Hamburger. Hi. Nice name, pal. Lambert Hamburger. Yeah, that's a funny name. I like that. That's a good one. But yeah, like I said, an EF0 touchdown near my area, and luckily enough, we missed it, so it was a great thing. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, Lambert Hamburger. But yeah, I mean, this is the time for tornadoes to happen here in this state, and I mean, we don't really get hardly any tornadoes, if any, that are as destructive. Like other places, like down in Tornado Alley, like here in my state alone, our strongest tornadoes we probably ever get would be an EF2, if that. Because say the EF3, I think the last EF3 we had here was a couple years ago. And then again, we never we haven't seen an EF4 in nearly 50 years, and haven't seen an EF5 in nearly 70 years. And I know people say, "Oh, you may be due for one," but it's like, when? Because I tell you the truth, if literally the last person that had probably seen an EF5 in my family was my grandmother, and she's no longer here, or my grandfather, and they're no longer here. My grandparents were probably the last people that seen it. That are, well, they haven't probably seen it because the EF5 happened on the other side of the state, but have heard about the EF5 hitting the state. And now the way things are going, who knows if we even would see an EF5 in our lifetimes here in this state. Probably nowhere near me because after all, the way the state is made and that, the way like all the buildings and stuff like that, it's almost impossible for an EF5 to touch down anywhere. But I'm, knock on wood about the fact that never have an EF5 ever strike in my area, or let alone a tornado. Yeah, I have a. Also, I'm a little bit ticked off of what's been happening. I mean, I did, like I said, I'm still waiting to get stones in the mail. And one set of stones that I was really hoping to get to finish off my red universal, they never been set, so they never even been shipped out. So I got a message from eBay that said they are refunding me of it. So I was a little ticked off there, so I had to go buy it again. And now I have to wait for another set to come in around within next month. That's the part that. Imagine you just see an EF5 in the distance while you're taking a walk. I mean, I never seen even any tornado in my lifetime. I mean, anything from an EF0 to EF5. I mean, if I would have seen an EF5 in the distance, yeah, I'm pretty sure I would be kind of scared, especially the fact if I know it and it ain't moving at all. Because, like they always say, if you see a tornado and it ain't moving, like you don't see it going left or right or any direction, it means of one or two things. A, it's moving away from you, or it's moving closer to you, or it's moving towards you. And if I've seen one and it ain't moving at all, yeah, I'd rather take a close look to see if it's shrinking or growing. And if it's growing, I'm gonna run. Indeed. But yeah. And as well today, I'm gonna probably see if I stay in today. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live, especially going to the pool or that, because obviously for the next couple of days here in this state, we're gonna hit high heat. We're talking about in the 90s to 100s, folks. I mean, already seen stuff on Facebook and that about temperatures around near Detroit and that near my area. All of them reaching 100s, like 100s, 101s, 102s. And literally, it's like heats that you would see something like in Arizona or New Mexico or even Death Valley, California. Like that type of heat. And I think I've only once in my lifetime so far I've dealt with a heat that was nearly 100 degrees. And if I got to deal with it for the next couple of days, um, I know it's gonna suck. And it's like some people, it's like, well, would you rather endure the heat or endure the cold? I mean, I prefer cold because after all, I mean, I've lived here for most all my life, dealing with the winter, and sometimes I could deal with walking around in below 0 degree temperatures more than 100 degree temperatures, and that. By the way, what are those belts in the back? Oh, the belts in the back. This is part of my collection. Like the one that's being cut off there, the WCW TV title, the WCW tag title right there, the light heavyweight right there. The most recent belt I got from Hassan's Belts. I am talking to Hassan Belts again about another order, but that one's going to take a little while because of what's been going on with that. But that's a purple IC belt, the Jamar style purple IC. Then the green strap, block logo, European title. Oh yeah, that also is a block logo. The, the classic block logo dual plated WWF tag belt. I got from another belt. Most of these belts are not from Hassan Belts. They're a mixture of everything, like shining titles and AB knives and that. But also they also been repainted. Some of them, like that one, the ECW tag title, the ECW television title, the ECW World Title. All these I've repainted to make them look like the ones from 1999. The paints were a little bit different. Like the tag title, the ECW tag was designed to be more like the WWE version. I painted it to look like the ECW '99 version. The TV title, the globe was a little bit dark, and the logo was painted black to make it look like the WCW. It looked like a WWE replica version, and I made it to like the '99 version, and of course the ECW one I did for AB Knives. I've only did a little touch up, mostly for the ECW logos. I didn't touch much with the globes. I'm gonna leave the globes as they are. But as well, there's the other one, the big silver is the ECW 2008 version, I think, the 2008 big silver version. I got it's I got that one off of eBay. That one's actually a WWE replica. That's cool. Thanks. Yeah, thank you, Lambert Hamburger. But that's not all the belts I have in my collection. Also got the Raw and SmackDown tags. The SmackDown tags I got signed by both Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff, when I met them at the Motor City Comic Con. They were great guys. I'm glad to meet them, and they're pretty cool guys. And of course, my network logo, WWE Championship. On the sides are the Universals, like the red one that I'm almost done fully restoning. And of course, on the other side, the blue Universal. Almost that one's been fully restored. And of course, my trophy case of double belts, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship with the big gold and the WWE Scratch logo, both fully restored. The spinner, the Undisputed, version 1, both fully restored. The Big Eagle and the Smoking Skull. One I think is from Shining Titles and one's from World X1 Championship, or 1X Championship belts from Instagram and that. My Winged Eagle, which I got a one-piece belt tip for, and my Hogan 86 I got from AB Knives, and the Winged Eagle I actually got from Mock Belts, and people were telling me never go to Mock Belts. Only went to them once, never again. And of course, both the Big Gold and the Winged Eagle have been signed by two wrestlers. The Big Gold been signed by Nature Boy Ric Flair, woo, and by the five-time WCW champion and a former World Heavyweight champion as well, Booker T. The Winged Eagle I got signed by Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, Kevin Nash, and by Sergeant Slaughter. But also on the wall near my door, other championships like the Hogan 85 I recently got from Muhammad Ali belts. I had to do a little bit of a paint job on it because the paint was wrong. The banners I painted in black, but they were left unpainted. The text inside them were painted black. I had to use paint remover to remove them. The big green belt I got from Hassan Belts. I replaced the stones with the actual like Swarovski crystals or other stones, and of course the WCW World Heavyweight Title 91 through 94. I got from Hassan Belts. He just gave me the property plate that I put on there. As well on the other side, sorry guys, the TV. I don't want to show much of the TV, but there is my my WWE United Kingdom and WWE Cruiserweight title, both fully restored. And of course, in that corner, my hall of homemade belts. By the way, I have to go. Okay, Lambert Hamburger. Later, Lambert Hamburger. I don't know. Weird thing to say, but yeah. But yeah, I have. So now, it's recently of my updates when it comes to stones. I'm still waiting some to come in the mail. Just that now there's another set. I looks like I gotta wait a little longer just to fully restore the Red Universal. But I'm hoping that my other set of stones will be coming in as well. I think I got two more sets that'll be coming in. That'll be going for the undisputed WWE title. And as well as seeing from SmackDown last night, man, how Cena basically tried to just pull a CM Punk moment on CM Punk. And obviously, when they were doing the promos between CM Punk and Cena, the time when he did that first ever pipe bomb to Cena, he's like, "There's one thing you're good at, and that's kissing ass." Obviously, censor the fact that that's not what Punk said. He literally said kissing Vince McMahon's ass. But since there's the court allegations going between Vince and this intern that worked with WWE that's suing them, and obviously I don't think they want anything to do with Vince until he's been cleared or stuff like that. Obviously, they're not going to mention Vince McMahon's name. Iram, what's up? Hi, Iram, how are you? Thank you for being a part of this live stream. Yeah, so yeah, and then Cena trying to pull off the exact same thing he did with how it was done to him by CM Punk. But it's funny now that Cena does it, and it's like an odd thing too how he says like he's a bullshitter. He literally said that on USA Network, like cursing on live TV and all that. But yeah, he's saying like how he's jealous of him and that. Just like wow. Hey, 4 people don't leave the live stream. Oh yeah, indeed. As well, I'm giving those to our watching the stream are subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to check out my most recent video. It's the 700 subscriber belt giveaway video. Camera don't lean on me now. Sorry, it's off on an odd angle, but there we go. Did you like today's SmackDown? I did like it. It was a great show. It's kind of odd now, the fact that especially this week we've seen that Liv Morgan is now going to be out on an injury because I think she had a dislocated shoulder. I think it was in her right shoulder, and yeah, I know that quite a lot too about dislocated shoulders. Had to deal with it twice, and the fact that she'd be out for maybe a few months, it could lead to one thing about throwing out the entire match card for Evolution, but as well may have to involve with Raquel Rodriguez having to forfeit the tag titles. If not, maybe Roxanne Perez will take over Liv's spot as a tag team champion, kind of like how it happened with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair when Naomi took over for Jade Cargill. Slim Jim Table and Punk. Yeah, I find it kind of odd now that there's literally product placement on everything on WWE now. Back from the ladders, like the Fireball ladder used in Money in the Bank, to the Slim Jim tables. I wonder what's next. The Minute Maid chairs? You know, I'm going to shut up. I don't want to get WWE any ideas, you know, because it's like, why would anyone want to get hit with something that has a product placement on it? Yeah, this concussion is brought to you by Slim Jim. Snap it to a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Who you support, Jay or Cody? Oh, you know, that's a hard one because, I mean, does Cody deserve to be a king of the ring? I mean, he's already got a pinfall victory over Cena from Money in the Bank after defeating him in a tag match. He's got a pinfall victory over Cena, so I think he does have a rematch clause. He should. All former champions have a rematch clause, as far as I know. So he is guaranteed a rematch against Cena sometime down the line. So do I think he needs to be a king of the ring? I don't think so. It's hard for you. I know. I want to see Cody maybe win to get a chance to win back the undisputed WWE title, but I also like to see Jay win the King of the Ring to go for the World Heavyweight title. He deserves, I mean, as well, he too deserves a rematch clause as well. Both of them have rematch clauses. I support Cody Rhodes. Well, that's the thing, because I can't choose a favorite between Jay or Cody. Because either way, I feel like they both are going to get their rematch for their specific titles. On whoever wins, it's going to be a tough one because that means now one of them is going to end up facing Randy Orton. I don't like to see him again with WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But you see, people, because that's the thing, WWE doubted the fact that Jay was going to be world heavyweight champion. They only put because I've watched up on WrestleMania that WWE did not have faith in Jay being world heavyweight champion, and because of Nick Khan, he doesn't listen to the people. So yeah, Khan, go yourself. You realize this company is Nick Khan's got to realize with TKO when it comes to UFC and WWE, the companies are made on people's coming to your shows and watching them. And if people want to see a certain thing, and if you don't listen to the people, that's how you're going to end up losing people and how you're going to lose money. Jey Uso is not world heavyweight material. Maybe not. But some people that come in as tag teams, but when they split them, you see them better as singles than teams. Like, look at Jeff Hardy. He came in with his brother Matt, and they were great tag teams, probably the greatest tag teams of all time. But when they split them, Matt was not good as a singles. I mean, yeah, he might have won a U.S. title here and there, and he might have won the ECW championship. But Jeff, I say he was more of a fan favorite, and what he did, he was a greater singles competitor. He was won the Intercontinental champion, the European champion, the light heavyweight champion, the hardcore champion, the United States championship, and he has also won the world heavyweight and WWE championship. So Jeff Hardy, I say he could be a singles guy. He can be a world heavyweight championship material. He has not even a finisher. What do you mean? He's got the spear and the Uso splash. And I know what you're thinking, Iram. Well, the spear was Roman's. Well, Roman does not have claim on the spear. I'm back. Hi, how are you? Yeah, Roman cannot have claim on the spear because then again there was Goldberg. Then there was like Big Show. Then there was like Batista. Then there's Edge. Like all these other guys that have spears. Are you saying Jey Uso is same level with Jeff? No, I'm not saying he's the same level to Jeff Hardy. I'm just saying, just because everyone knows him as a tag team, but then when he splits off to be a singles, and people like him being a single, I think he deserves to have a shot and see how well he does. And did. When he was Intercontinental Champion and World Heavyweight Champion, people enjoyed him being that. When he was a singles competitor, he works better for the crowd than for the company. You got to realize WWE is favoring for the crowd. If they don't favor for the crowd, then why would people pay money to go watch them if the people realize they don't care that the company they're going to see doesn't give a fuck about them? Simple as that. Then Jimmy also deserves. Yes, he does deserve it. But then Jimmy and Jay, it's kind of like Matt and Jeff. They're great as tag teams, but when you split them off as singles, one of them may be favored more than the other. You see, Iram, if you get my point, Jimmy is kind of like Matt. Matt had to bust his ass, work it off to at least try to get one or maybe two singles titles in his career. As to where Jay is favored by everyone, he gets the chance of being a singles competitor more and winning more singles championships than any other person. Compared to he's like Jeff. I'm trying to explain this, but how it seems like WWE is trying to like repeat itself when it comes to history. Think of it. This year alone is going to mark the second time WrestleMania is going to be in the exact same place twice. The first time being 4 and 5. This time now 41 and 42. They had a brand come together and then split them off to do drafts. They did that before in the early 2000s era, and they come together like that. And also repeating a lot of moments that happened in WWE's past that they bring back together and do it kind of like today. like they always say, history repeats itself. It happens a lot in WWE, except only little thing changes. Like history does happen a lot, repeats in WWE. It's just that it happens to be in some places that where the subjects into that part that repeats the history is a different. If WWE give Jimmy a chance, then Big Jim can easily surpass Jay. Maybe. Because say Jimmy versus Jay. Who won? Jay. It was a repeat of how it was brother against brother. To them, it was kind of like Owen and Brett for that one. Owen won. He became more of a favorite after they screwed Brett out. Owen started becoming better for singles, even though he won tag titles, but he also won singles. Like he's an intercontinental champion. I think he was also a European championship, a European champion, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. He has nothing expect yeet. Hey, people love that shit. Think about Daniel Bryan. All he was known for was yes, yes, yes. And that shit spread throughout the world. And they still do it to this day. You know, he's in AEW now going as Brian Danielson, his real name. And yet they still do the chants of yes, yes, yes over there. Just because he goes, yeet, you don't think it's worth anything? It's giving him money. Money that I know you probably don't even have. Money I don't even have. Hey, if you could just have a simple slogan and it makes you money, why you be hating on that? To be honest, I like to see Big Jim win gold because he has the talent. Whatever he does, Jay does. And to think they put in Jay close more stick to the bloodline because he couldn't do stuff on his own. Everything he was doing basically like how his brother was doing. Like the super kick, they both do. Uso splash, he both do. In fact, when's the last time you see even Jimmy do any other specific moves or any matches this for the past couple weeks? Besides maybe a qualification match for Money in the Bank, and then he failed on that. I feel like they're building him up to be more closer to with his cousins, like Jacob Batu. He's going to be more with him since we've seen last night's SmackDown. It's going to be Jacob Batu versus Solo Sikoa for the U.S. title. Wow, we're going on for almost 28 minutes already. Wow. I mean, yeah, I can see Jimmy. I want to see Jimmy Uso maybe go for a singles title, but I think they're working, building on that. Maybe chances are he could win the U.S. title, or they'll draft him the Raw and maybe have a chance to win the Intercontinental title. Who's to know? But yeah, I just don't think Jim is ready yet to be singles champion. That's why WWE is slowly building him up to try to do that. Because I don't think he sees he's not ready yet. People love when they eat in live. I had enough every week. He does the same thing and repeat also. Well, don't forget, it's not their choices if they do the exact same thing over and over and over again. They're not the ones talking, doing the promos. See, I mean, you don't get the point because I see it because I've done wrestling. When you put people in the exact same matches over and over again, it's not up to them if they want to wrestle them or not. It's creative. They're the ones that write the promos. They're the ones that tell the outcomes, and they're the ones that tell what they do during the match. And of course, they put them in the matches together over and over and over again because they're used to it. They have a bond. They have a connection. They know what they could do to each other when you build that bond. That's why I like how CM Punk said he could work with Rey Mysterio and doesn't have to tell him a thing because he knows exactly what's going to happen. Exactly the same with Cena. When people that worked with Cena over and over again, they know exactly what can happen. They don't really need to tell him what's going on. And his promos always feel the same. Well, again, he's not writing the promos for himself. It's creative. When they write the exact same stuff, of course they do that. And I don't. W. All right, but that's what I'm saying. It's creative. It's Tony Khan and or no Nick Khan. Tony Khan's AEW. It's Nick Khan and all those guys in creative that do this shit, and it makes people think, oh, you've seen this. It's old hat. You say if they wrestlers don't do the promos themselves. They don't at all. They have people write them for them. That's why like back in the day, maybe they could have done their own promos, but many times it could be a little iffy if they go on their own because many times they may mess up or they may say something that may be too offensive and they have to cut the mics off. And I don't even know why Big Jim came to help Jacob Fatu. Well, simple fact, probably because he's family. And he doesn't have anything else to do, so they're just like, hey, have him involved with Jacob because that's his family to him. I don't know if it's like his cousin or brother or something like that because as far as I know, Jimmy and Jay and Solo are all three brothers. I don't know who Jacob is to them. Maybe cousin or something like that. I think he's related to more like Umaga. What is going on in AEW? Do you still watch? Yes, I still watch AEW. As far as I know, they're still building up for All In Texas on July 12th. And obviously, still waiting to see what happens when Kenny Omega versus Okada, the Rain Man, for both the titles to be for the AEW Unified title. Still weird, but did you like? Yeah. Back tonight, it should be Collision AEW as well. Hold on one second, folks. Just need a stretch. Yeah. So yeah, that's mostly what's going on today. Just go and check in the mail, making sure every now and then. Hopefully soon. Do you still watch TNA? Yes, I did watch TNA as well. Build up for that. Seeing Joe Hendry and them fighting the champions. It was basically and this week it marked the 23rd anniversary when TNA was made. In fact, this month alone marks 50 years to when Jaws came out. Think of that, guys. 50 years ago, Jaws came out. And it changed the way of horror related to shark related movies forever. But then again, that's just me. I'm a horror fanatic. And two, I wasn't much fond of Jaws as much as I am to like slashers. Do you like see Goldberg win WWE? Well, then again, they claim that's his last match. If he does win, he will just have to surrender the title and they'll just give it back to Gunther anyway. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think Goldberg is going to win the World Heavyweight title. I mean, he might win the match. I mean, if he make him win the match, it's probably going to be disqualification or count out for like the Champions Advantage thing. Since he didn't beat him by pinfall or submission, Gunther will retain the title. But if Goldberg will win, I don't think they're going to make him win the match but not win the world title. As far as I'm concerned, they're not going to have Goldberg win the title if it's his last match. What do you think who's going to win the King of the Ring? Well, I got two choices of how that's going to go. One, we already know Randy Orton's going to be in the finals since he beat Sami Zayn. So it's either going to be Randy versus Cody or Randy versus Jay. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think Randy is going to win. I feel like they're going to be between Jay or Cody, between whoever wins out of them, is going to win the King of the Ring. Mine is Randy Orton, yeah. Well, I would see as well, think of Randy Orton could be a possibility. But then again, for him to go after John Cena for the Undisputed title again, highly unlikely. I feel like they're going to want to give it to Cody Rhodes so he gets the opportunity to take the title off of Cena. Because I know Cena's not going to hold the title to his very last match. Just did. Cena's only got a few dates left. He's going to lose the title, and he may end up switching back to going babyface and try to win back the fans just before he says goodbye. That's what he's gonna do. Wow, guys, 35 minutes in. All right. I may go for a little longer, but I'll say, guys, don't forget to be if you're new or you're subscribed to my channel, enter in for the chance to win for a belt giveaway because I want to give away a homemade belt made by yours by me. Send out to you guys free of charge. I'm just waiting for people to build up. So the more people that enter in has a better chance to win. So far, Brother Kane's in. A guy named Pez is in. There's a couple others. I just don't remember the names off my head. But Randy Orton versus John Cena in SummerSlam. That's gonna be amazing. Well, Iram, unless you're working with WWE, that's the only way you're gonna know that. But then again, chances are, if it's gonna be Randy Orton versus Cena, Cena's gonna win. If my thought, I think Cody should win the King of the Ring. So when he faces Cena again at SummerSlam, he can win the title back, and then Cena can leave for a little bit, maybe do other matches, but then again become and turn back to his baby face. So he by near the end of his last match, just before he leaves, he could be a baby face to the fans and say goodbye. If Jay win, I'm done. Well, then again, you one person compared to many others that want something different. It's opinionated. People want it, people don't. But then again, the company's got to favor what thinks is best. Not everyone's going to be 100% on what they like. Like, maybe I want pizza. Maybe I want hamburger. Maybe I want a steak. But that's multiple choices, and I can only choose one. I can't take them all. But then people will go there. People will go there. People will go there. But then again, it's all opinionated. Not everyone can be 100%. Cody should also win. Indeed, he should. But then again, he already has a pinfall victory over Cena, and he does indeed have a rematch clause. For him to be part of the King of the Ring is already weird on its own because former champions should all that when they drop the titles, they should have a rematch clause for the title. Cody Rhodes versus Cena is also amazing. Yes, indeed. But to have Cody Rhodes win King of the Ring just to get another rematch against Cena, it's kind of messed up because he already should have a rematch against Cena since he was the former champion that lost to Cena. He never got a rematch. Instead, Randy Orton took that match from him. Well, so Jay should have a rematch to Gunther since he was a former champion and lost to Gunther a week ago. What do you think when Cena is going to lose undisputed champion? Well, I know it has. He ain't gonna. I know WWE don't want him to leave with the title, so because that'd be kind of stupid. When did ever WWE have a champion leave the company with the title for good? I know you're thinking, what about CM Punk? One, yeah, he did leave with the title, but then he came back with it. And then when he did come back with it, they took the title off of him just in case he may leave again. So technically, yeah, they don't want someone to leave the title good with for good with the title. They're gonna make him drop it. No, no, I'm done. Jay versus Gunther. Well, see, you may be the guy that don't like Jay at all, but there's probably thousands, hundreds of thousands to near millions of others that are with Jay. You could be one of many others. Who should win Undisputed Champion after Cena? I feel like, I mean, Randy's fighting to win the 15th title, as Cody is just wanting to make sure Cena does not leave with the title and wants to be the WWE Undisputed Champion again. Because Cody is a big star in WWE now. He's like the next in line to be the face of the company. In fact, he was the face of the company when he held the title for over 380 some days. I think Cody deserves to be the champion after Cena drops the title. People also don't like to see that match again. What, Cody and Cena? I mean, people didn't want to expect to see The Rock and Cena go at each other again, but they did literally a year after. And it was for the title. And the thing they said, once in a lifetime, well, it wasn't that much once in a lifetime if it happened again a year later. But anyway, wow. They go about another 5 minutes and then probably call it a day. Wow, and already 6 likes. Thank you all for liking the stream. I'm going to hit play on this. Yeah, guys, I've been holding off and watching something. Oh, that is a tough joke. That what do you think Seth Rollins can cash in? Well, for when he's gonna cash in, I'm wondering on who. If it ain't gonna be Gunther for the world title, I feel like he may cash in and take the undisputed title off Cena, but that's a possibility. But it's hard to tell on who he may cash in on and where. Yeah. That's a pretty messed up one. Yeah, I'm watching Tales from the Crypt. If you guys don't know what that is, it was an anthology series that happened on HBO like back in the 80s to 90s. I remember watching these on video on VHS. If any of you know what VHS is, then yeah, you're about as old as me. But watching them on VHS, the episodes, and I was a kid then. Yeah, yeah, little iffy on that one. But oh, I see some people arguments in outside. Huh? Oh no, I was just watching a show. That's not nothing about that. But yeah, watching this episode, I remember watching. It's called Abracadabra. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's just there are episodes of them on YouTube right now. Just type in Tales from the Crypt series, and you can watch it. It's season 3, episode whatever, and it's called Abracadabra. It's kind of like a Twilight Zone, only a bit more graphic and uh, more amped up than it would be for Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone was like a shocker back in the day, but here it's been more of like a rated R feature like series. What are you watching? Yeah, it's Tales from the Crypt. Yeah. Obviously, I don't want to show it because I don't want to have no copyright stuff. Did you watch Twilight? No, Twilight's not my type of thing. My mom watches that. Yeah. She watches it almost 100 times, watching the entire series from Twilight to Breaking Dawn or something like that. I was not much into the vampire like romantic stuff. More into stuff like Fright Night or Blade and stuff like that. I'm more of the hardcore like horror guy. I'm not into the romance bullshit. Unless it's like Titanic. I mean, I don't mind Titanic because it's more of a historical feature. I don't really care much of the romance stuff like Romeo and Juliet, but I like the fact that it's more relatable to the ship. Yeah. Wow. Let's get down. Oh, we're down to almost 45 minutes. So let me do a little bit of a outro here for you guys. After all, been here long enough. So hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Sorry that I didn't get no Dex or Stephen Hammer here today. Obviously, Stephen Hammer because he's celebrating his wife's birthday. Did I say happy birthday, Nicole? And I don't know what. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's been going on with Dex and that, but who knows? But I like Robert Pattinson. Yeah, he's okay. I mean, especially when he moved on from being a vampire to Batman. I don't think I can see him as the common Batman. Like, I mean, hard to do. Next stream date probably tomorrow. What time tomorrow? I'm not quite sure, but I know I'm going to do one tomorrow. And of course, I'm sure I'm going to try to stay in today because it's going to be extremely hot. in the next couple of days. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Make sure you leave a like if you haven't already. And as well, if you're new to my channel, check out my videos of 430 of them where it's all about these boys. Like, share, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, guys. I'm already near close to 720. But as well, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Also, follow me on my social media, like on X at DMTombstone96, and as well on Instagram at Damien96 when I make post stuff there before I post stuff here on YouTube. Shout out to my friends Dex from I'm Dex TV who helped me get doing these live streams. And as well, shout out to my buddy Steven Hammer, Stephen. He does belt reviews as well. Anyway, I'm DM Tombstone Belts, and for DM Tombstone Live, signing out. Have a good day, everybody.